making indulgent, giant, high protein peanut butter cups. Or that's what we're gonna try to make. In the past couple of months, we have had a little bit of success with making our own chocolate, and so now we're just gonna ride on that confidence right into this experiment. I am a big fan of the Reese's peanut butter cups, and I thought, why can't we make these high protein and low carb? So that's what we're gonna try to do today. Sarah has medium confidence about this experiment.
60% confidence level.
I like to say back in 2022 was my villain origin story, where we made homemade Twix and homemade Snickers that were nothing like that. In fact, they were kind of awful but delicious tasting at the same time. I have no love in my heart right now for this recipe. We're gonna revisit the chocolate experiment today. We have picked up a little bit of knowledge in that space, and so we're excited to bring that knowledge to you. And if you like our vibes, please subscribe and become part of our tribe. Sarah still likes when I say that last part.
It rhymes.
It's free. It's free to subscribe. So we wanted to make these high protein, but we don't want the chocolate to go overboard. We want there to be a thin chocolate shell and a lot of protein in the middle so that you get that like luxury of having something chocolate while getting the protein too, right? Protein is very big nowadays. This is where it becomes kind of an experiment because we're gonna try to make the outer shell kind of thin and fill it a lot to make really, really thick, luxurious, beefy chocolate, girthy chocolate cups. And Element is a sponsor of this video. Sarah and I have been drinking Element every single day since 2020 because we absolutely love the way it tastes and the way it makes us feel. Element is a delicious electrolyte drink mix that has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. When you go into ketosis, you shed a lot of water, and inside that water are your electrolytes. This can leave you feeling tired, having muscle cramps, or nausea, and we call that the keto flu. Element replenishes your electrolytes so that you feel better. Sarah and I really do like all the flavors of Element, but our absolute favorites are the citrus salt and the grapefruit salt. We tell everybody that we know that they need to try them. Right now, Element is offering our Keto Twins community a free sample pack so you can try 8 of their flavors with any purchase. So you can buy some grapefruit salt and get a free sample pack. In order to get this deal, you must go to drinklmnt.com/ketotwins. Okay, so you're gonna be needing your favorite keto-friendly chocolate chip. We like Lily's, we like Chalk Zero. Lily's is sweetened with stevia, Chalk Zero is sweetened with monk fruit. Find what works for you. The next thing that you're gonna need is peanut butter. This is the organic, unsweetened, creamy peanut butter by Whole Foods. You could use the one that has the crunchy peanut butter. You could use even peanut butter protein powder. We always have this on hand for recipes. You would just mix this with some water and it creates a paste. We're looking for a little bit of like liquid in ours because we're gonna be adding protein powder. This is the Isopure Whey protein powder in creamy vanilla. You could use whatever keto-friendly protein powder that you want, if this works. You're also going to be needing some coconut oil. You're also going to be needing some kind of sweetener. You could probably use stevia. We're going to be using liquid allulose for ours. In the past, we have had problems with almost every type of receptacle for anything that we've ever done. So we took your advice and we bought these silicone muffin molds, which are perfect because they have the ridges for peanut butter cups. The other utensil that you're probably going to need is a brush, because we're going to be painting the sides up because we want to create a nice thin outer shell to hold our protein powder in the middle. So I think that we should make the filling first and get it to the right consistency before we start melting our chocolate and all that stuff, because that's where it could all go very wrong. All right, we're going to go with 1/3 cup of peanut butter, 1/4 cup of liquid allulose maybe. This is going to be based on your preferred level of sweetness. I'm gonna put a pinch of salt in.
I like the salty peanut butter taste.
Teaspoon of vanilla. Now we're gonna add in our protein powder. We're gonna go with 1/4 cup and then check the consistency, but I think I might wanna add more. Were you a fan of the Reese's peanut butter cup or the Reese's Pieces? It's not Pieces. Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces.
The cups.
It's not Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Why do I say Reese's Pieces?
I don't know.
It does remind me of E.T. One of my favorite movies growing up. If you ever want me to talk about my UFO encounter, I will on the other channel. That's 1/4 cup. Let's see.
It's still pretty runny. I mean, I don't know. But you might want to taste it. Yeah. Does it taste vanilla-y?
It tastes peanut butter-y. Yeah, we shared a spoon.
Ew. Here.
She doesn't like that.
I think it still tastes like peanut butter, so.
Add more or?
Let's add a little bit more.
Now we're gonna add 1/2 of 1/4 cup, which is 1/8 cup. So it's gonna be 1/4 cup plus 1/8 cup.
Which is what?
I'll add it in the description. I know I mention this a lot, but my math teachers always hated me in school. That's a them problem, not a me problem.
That's what a narcissist would say.
Excuse me.
Anyway. I think it looks dry, so I think this is a good consistency to stop.
Here's the scary part. We're gonna melt the chocolate. Don't assume that just because it is the same shape, it isn't melted. We did that for like years, right? Because it would still be morsels, but it would be melted and then we would burn it and we'd have to start all over again. So pour the chips into a bowl, add your coconut oil, about a tablespoon, put it in for 30 seconds.
Take it out.
Take it out, try to stir it.
And then put it back in. Distribute the heat.
Distribute the heat, but it might already be melted and you might not know until you try to stir it.
Take your time, and once you burn chocolate, there's no coming back, so.
You know what the other thing is, I've been wanting to make this for a long time because I tried at like Walgreens or something, they had like Russell Stover.
Yeah.
Sugar-free peanut butter cups. Okay.
They're good. They're good, but you can't have more than one.
Right. Be careful.
Without feeling ill effects. If you ever want to laugh, look up the Hasbro
sugar-free gummy bears. It's the funniest reviews you will ever read in your entire life. That's kind of true though about all keto-friendly sweeteners though. Yeah. Some people are perfectly fine eating certain sweeteners while others give them what we call the bubble guts. 30 seconds.
See?
All right.
Still distribute the heat.
Especially underneath the bottom.
The bottom.
That's where it's going to burn first. We're not close.
The heat kind of holds in place, so that's how it burns. When you distribute the morsels, it's going to help melt it faster and more evenly. So this was like 1:30, but with intervals of checking in between.
No, it was 1:15.
It's gonna make a lot of cups.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to put around a tablespoon in here.
Ow, my elbow.
Okay, about a tablespoon of chocolate at the bottom, and we're gonna kind of twist it to spread the chocolate about. We might have to use the brush, but I don't have the patience for this. I cannot depend on gravity to just do this for me. And also I'm assuming that these will have to be kept in the fridge because this is not tempered. So just know that. Maybe there's like a fill line in here. Maybe go up to the fill line. All right, so I'm gonna fill the rest of these and we'll move on to the next step.
Here they are.
Looking good so far. Okay, so they look nice and set after 10 minutes in the freezer. We're gonna start filling them now. I don't exactly know how much I'm gonna put. We'll have to see. Sarah wants me to put my finger in a bag.
There you go. See? I have good ideas.
Once in a while. I just want it to go just below the fill line. I made more because we didn't make enough, so.
We'll put the full recipe for the amount to make this many in the description.
Right, because we just don't know until.
Sometimes we're just testing things out. We don't know for sure.
Right. Okay, we have the peanut butter cups. We have the chocolate. We're gonna make a topping. I'm just gonna use the brush, honestly, because I think that's the best way. Just kind of paint on the topping. Make sure it's nice and thick, and it goes to the edges. Maybe half a teaspoon.
Just to complete the shell. Now what? Oh, chocolatier.
Using precision-like strokes, I'm going to connect
and cover the peanut butter. We want them to look homemade. What's the fun of them looking perfect? This is the point when Emily gets frustrated and tries to escape.
I remember
But I would like you to remember who suggested this idea.
It was me! It all stems from my childhood when I watched Jack Pepin
balloon episode?
Yeah, he made a chocolate balloon. He blew up a balloon and then he melted chocolate and put it on the balloon and then he popped
the balloon.
And I thought I could do that. And it was terrible. My mom got really upset. We were just like pouring chocolate all over this balloon in the kitchen and my mom came in like. All right, let's put it in the freezer for about 10 more minutes and then we are gonna go downstairs and try them.
Right next to the fork. Doesn't look like a Reese's.
Shut up.
They all look different. They all have their same, or their different characteristics.
They're hefty. Yeah, well, that was the point, right?
Right. Oh. I mean, it has a an interesting,
A rustic,
an organic edge.
But look at that shininess.
Mm-hmm.
We only used about a tablespoon and a teaspoon, maybe even less, of chocolate on the outside.
I think it looks great. It could have been far worse.
Shall we try?
Very good.
It's like probably like 3 or 4 times the amount of filling that you would get in
Reese's peanut butter cup. Which means it's gonna fill you up for longer. I think I could eat 20 Reese's peanut butter cups back in the day. This one at least has protein. It's gonna fill you up and it's gonna keep you fuller for longer.
I really like the creamy center of this. You know, I don't really even taste the protein powder. Do you?
Not yet.
I just taste creamy.
It's a nice texture.
Right.
But yeah, I'm super happy with how they turned out. Could do white chocolate.
I love white chocolate and peanut butter together.
Oh, shoot. I was gonna put a little flaky sea salt on top.
Maybe a touch of sea salt on the top would be nice.
That might add just another like hint of sweet, salty flavor here and bring out that peanut butter. But I'm super impressed. Good job. Good job for me too, because I had to endure her doing these. But we'll leave the ingredients and the recipe listed down below. Check it out. And if you guys have any other chocolate
concoctions that you want us to make, please be kind.
Yeah.
Please be gentle on us.
How about like a Ferrero Rocher? That would be hard.
And YouTube seems to think that you're going to like this video here, so why don't you click on it and we will see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
I'm Sarah.
And we are the Keto Twins.
Signing out. Sorry, my mouth's full.